Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We're looking at the brand new record from Tinashe entitled 333. She released that on August 6th. This is her fifth studio album and follows up 2019's Songs for You. I really like this album cover, and that third eye, it's no joke. This album is going to tickle it a little bit. Think of this record as kind of like microdosing with a major pop and R&B influence. I absolutely love what she's doing on this record. We're going to get into that. 333. Not just some random number. It's kind of like a beacon. It's the universe signaling you, if you see it frequently, that you should utilize your natural abilities, tap into your creativity, the idea that we're all connected to the universal creator, and therefore creation is a part of our natural being. Kind of makes sense. I think it's a cool sentiment. Tinashe is just bringing the creativity full force on this thing. Talking about that pop and R&B influence, there's definitely elements of hip-hop, funk, jazz throughout this record. Handful of artists that I've talked about on this channel that are doing the same type of thing roughly that she's doing, but the way that she incorporates the pop element into her music, and I made the joke earlier about the microdosing, but for real, it's you get experimental music, but it doesn't go into outer space. It's still very much grounded in this great pop feel. So all of these songs are, there's unique timing structures. There's all these different great things at play here, but you can still dance and groove to all of these songs versus some experimental R&B, it can be tough. It's not necessarily designed for that. So the fact that she's balancing the two as well as she is on this record makes it so much fun to listen to. Such beautiful continuity on this record. It is a tour de force from start to finish. It's 16 tracks crammed into 47 minutes. So she's just basically maximizing that full vinyl. I absolutely love what she's doing on this record, starting with Let It Go. It's R&B, gentle tracks, got this trap influence that's riding this track a little bit. Really nice way to lead into I Can See the Future. Let Go is kind of like an intro track a little bit, but I Can See the Future has got a great hook. It's super chill, but danceable. Kind of reminds me a lot of like reggaeton a lot in that regard. Just this really cool laid back music, but it's still groovy. It's still got this good upbeat vibe that just makes you want to shake your hips, to be completely honest with you. That leads into X featuring Jeremiah. Light ambient feel in that song. That's where she really starts to explore off some of that experimentation with what she's doing with the R&B influence, which leads into Shy Guy. Probably one of the more experimental tracks on this record. Shy Guy, I really thought of Flying Lotus is who I thought of when I was listening to this, as far as just really messing around with timing structures and different sounds, incorporating different instrumentation into tracks. But again, still, much more grounded than Flying Lotus. Still, very much has this, approachable pop element to it. Bouncin', unconditional acoustic breakdown halfway through this song. It's really cool. I really like the different parts of that track. 333, the title track on this album, is absolutely incredible. Probably the best vocal performance on this record. Songwriting is remarkable. It just really impressive. Leads into Undo, Back to My Heart, which is a fire track. It's just got this amazing pop feel. So I really like the flow of the record as far as the way the tracks move from one another, but the energy as well. When she picks up tracks and when she slows them down, just her timing in the sequences is just really well done. Last Call, a great track. I'm really Let Me Down Slowly. It's got interesting timing. Loving the R&B pop combination on that record. And then I got to admit, The Chase has got this. It's got this like 80s pop feel, kind of that sound that The Weeknd was playing with in Blinding Lights. But just I had to listen to that thing a couple times in a row. I really just dig the groove, what's going on in there. Taylor Swift is another one that comes to mind. Some of the stuff that she did on 1989, just as far as that, just like really groovy, chill, just 80s kind of vibe to it. Check it out. You'll definitely see what I'm talking about. Small Reminders is a really cool track. It's got a couple different breakdowns. It's got this simple piano and R&B influence, great vocal, but then this funky jam breakdown about a minute and a half into it. This thing is just, it's experimental in all the right ways. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Tinashe. As far as her songwriting and what she chooses to do with future projects, this woman is killing it. I like this album more than hers new record. This album's way better in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to vinyl please this thing. I hope you enjoy this record as much as I did. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out the live show when it returns on September 12th, and we'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.